Good morning, friends. I am Miss Beth here at Pueblo West Library, and it has been quite a while since we've done a story time together, hasn't it? But it's a brand new year, 2021, and I thought it was a perfect time to get started. So here we are doing a virtual one, which is just as good. So let's hop right into it. Let's get our hands ready for our opening song. Clap, clap, clap your hands as slowly as you can. Clap, clap, clap your hands as quickly as you can. Roll, roll, roll your hands as slowly as you can. Roll, roll, roll your hands as quickly as you can. Slide, slide, slide your hands as slowly as you can. Slide, slide, slide your hands as quickly as you can. And the last one, shake, shake, shake your hands as slowly as you can. Shake, shake, shake your hands as quickly as you can. Shake them, keep shaking them, woo! All right, I have quite a few animal books here today because I absolutely love animals, and I even have my little friends here. But before we get started on our silly animal books, I have one of my favorite felt board activities up here. And see this guy? His name is Bingo. He's a dog, and he's on a farm. And do you know how to spell Bingo's name? Can you see the letters on the board here? We have a B, an I, an N, G, O. That spells bingo, B-I-N-G-O. And maybe you know this song, maybe you don't, but it is definitely a fun one. So we're going to spell this name out as we go along. So let's start off with all the letters first. So we have the B-I-N-G-O. Keep that in mind, all right? So here's Bingo, and there was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to take this first letter away. Remember what this was? It was a B. And what do we have left? I-N-G-O. That's what we have left. So let's keep going. There was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, but we don't have the B anymore, so we're going to clap our hands. I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, we're going to take away this letter. What was that? An I. Now what do we have? N-G-O. All right, you know how it goes. There was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, let's take the N away. What do we have left? G-O. That spells go, actually, so G-O is what we have left. Let's keep going. There was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, let's take away the G, and we have one letter left. What is this? That's the O, the last letter in his name. So let's get right to it. There was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, and we're going to take that O away, and there are no letters left now. But how many did we have to start? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means we're going to do 5 claps, okay? There was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, and Bingo was his name. Oh, Yay! All right, I bet you're ready for a book. That's why you came here, right? So my first one is called Are You a Cat by Paul Muir. And it's published by HarperCollins. And in this book, there are a dog, my fuzzy friend here, and a cat who meet together. And the cat is a little confused about what he is. And the dog's helping him to try to figure it out. So let's see where it goes. Are you a cat? Are you a cat? Says the dog. Why do you want to know if I'm a cat? I'm a dog, and dogs chase cats. Well, I'm not a cat, so you can't chase me. Okay, what are you then? I'm a bird. He's pointing up to the sky. See the bird flying there? Oh, you're not a bird. Yes, I am. Okay, if you're a bird, prove it and fly. Where? Fly up to that tree. All the way up here. He's not looking like he's going anywhere, huh? He's flapping those arms, but not getting anywhere. See, you're not a bird, you're a cat. No, I am not a cat. I'm a squirrel. See the squirrel down there? You're not a squirrel. Yes, I am. Okay, if you're a squirrel, open this nut. Why? Because that's what squirrels do. Oh, I knew that. No problem. He's got his acorn there. Cat's trying to bite into it. Ow! Can't quite do it. See, you're not a squirrel, you're a cat. No, I'm not a cat. I'm a butterfly. You're not a butterfly. Yes, I am. Okay, if you're a butterfly, land on that flower without squashing it. Why? Because that's what butterflies do. I knew that. Okay, watch this. Off he goes. You think he's gonna squish that flower? He might be a little bit too heavy. Whoops. Yes, he did. Look at all the petals going everywhere. See, you're not a butterfly, you're a cat. No, I'm not a cat. I'm a rabbit. You're not a rabbit. Yes, I am. Okay, if you're a rabbit, hop down that hole. Why? Because that's what rabbits do. Oh, I knew that. Okay, watch me. What do you think's going to happen when he jumps into that hole? He might get stuck. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. He's wiggling his feet in the air. Oh, I knew you're not a rabbit. Oh, who cares? Just please help me out of here. Look, a mouse. Do you want to chase it? Yeah, I do want to chase it. Oh, I knew it. You are a cat. Yeah, I am a cat. Okay, cat, let's chase the mouse together. Eek, said the mouse. Stop! You can't chase me. Oh? He's a dog and I'm a cat. Surely we can chase you. No, you can't. Why not? Because I'm not a mouse. thinks he's something else too. What do you think it is? I'm an elephant. Whoa, that's really big. A lot bigger than he actually is. There's that trunk hanging down. So there you go. Cat finally admitted to being a cat, but then they met a mouse who thought he was something else. I love that book. It's a silly one. Before we get started on our next cool book, let's do a perennial favorite, which is The Wheels on the Bus. So get your hands together again, and we're going to go. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The door on the bus goes open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The door on the bus goes open and shut, all through the town. The driver on the bus says, move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus says, move on back, all through the town. The babies on the bus go where, 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 where. The babies on the bus go where, all through the town. The mommies and the daddies on the bus go shh, 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 shh. The mommies and the daddies on the bus go shh, 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 all through the town. And lastly, the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Yay! All right, let's get into our next book. It's called Find Fergus by Mike Bolt. And this is a very silly book about a bear who is learning how to hide. And he's not quite that good at it at first, but he learns as he goes along. And by the end, he's a super hider. So let's see if we can find him. So Find Fergus by Mike Bolt and published by Doubleday Books for Young Readers. So here's our list of things to find. Number 1, Fergus, a bear who looks like this. Number 2, just Fergus. Let's go! He's hiding on the next page. Fergus, we already found you. That was too easy. Try hiding again. Oh, Fergus is a little surprised. He moved over to the side, trying to hide. Oh, that was easy as well. Is there something you can hide behind? What do you think he can hide behind in this picture? We have a bush, we have a tree up here. A tiny flower. Oh, he chose the tree. Oh, Fergus, you're not very good at this. But that's okay. We're going to help you. Start by hiding in a crowd. So a crowd is a group of many things together, whether it's animals or people. Well, it's more than that. A crowd is more than 3, Fergus. 1, 2, 3. He chose a fox and a duck. Whoa, that's definitely a crowd. Okay, now think bigger. Bigger than you, Fergus, so you don't stick out so much. Those are a bunch of squirrels and rabbits and other tiny creatures. So he really does stick out. Whoa, too big. Elephants are too big. Oh, that's the right size. But you're not a moose. So we can still see you, Fergus, because all of these are moose, and there's the only bear. So it's pretty obvious. Still not a moose, Fergus. He tried to look like one, though. He tied branches to his head. Try bears. So he chose some bears, but he still sticks out. Why? Because he chose polar bears, which are white. So he's the only brown bear in the picture. How about not polar bears? Fergus, that's much better. Wait, you're not done yet? Okay, we'll find you one last time. Can you find Fergus in this picture? How can you tell where he is? Did you find him? Well, if you noticed, Fergus is wearing glasses, and he's the only bear in this picture with glasses on. There he is. Ooh, we got a big fold-out page here. I love fold-out pages. 1 minute, please. We have to give him some time. I see you're not quite ready. We'll do a countdown while you find a great spot to hide. So can you count down with me, starting from 10? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, here we come. Oh my goodness. He found lots of friends. Can't even fit this in the camera. Oh, wow. Way to go, Fergus. Fergus, where are you? Fergus! And I tried looking at this picture, and I couldn't find Fergus. So he's either hiding really well, he's hiding behind somebody maybe, or maybe he's off doing something else. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you can find him. Let's see where he went. Oh, he's off doing something. See, Fergus, you just needed a little practice. Now you're great at hiding. Fergus, where are you going with that marker? He's got an idea. He's got a red marker in his hand. Let's see what he does. Whoop, he really fixed that list up. Remember we had the list in the front that only had 2 things on it? Both of them were Fergus. Well, he added a lot to the list at the end. Now it says Fergus's list of other things to find on the huge fold-out page. So maybe this is a good book to check out on your own with your mom and dad or brothers and sisters or grandmas and grandpas. Because on this list, he has all these things that he wants you to find in that big fold-out picture I just showed you. You can get back to it. This one. And it's kind of like an I Spy book. Really, really fun. So he has an elephant with a squirrel problem, 2 mustaches, a pair of socks, all these things on that list. So that could take up quite a lot of time trying to find those things. But we found Fergus, and he got pretty good at hiding, huh? Are you good at hiding? Do you play hide and seek at home? I hope you do, because that is certainly a fun game. I used to play that when I was younger. I have one last book that we're going to read, and it's called Tad. And it has a frog in it, so that's why I have my frog friend here. And this is by Benji Davies. And you'll read about in this book that there's a little tadpole, which is what frogs start out as, little frog babies. And she's very, very small, and she's just learning about herself and how to live. But by the end of the story, she's grown up, and she's really, really coming into herself and just doing a great job. So I hope you like this story as much as I do. Tad. Can you guess why her name is Tad? Tadpole? there she is. Can you see her? She's tiny. Tad was a frog. Well, that's not quite true. She was almost a frog. Just swimming along in the giant pond. Tad was small. Smaller than her Tad brothers and smaller than her Tad sisters. So she was the smallest tadpole of the whole family. Tad was the smallest, almost a frog, in the whole wide pond. She was so small that she had to wiggle her tail twice as fast as any of the others just to keep up. Keep up, they would say, or Big Blub will get you. Big Blub? Wonder what Big Blub is. Whoa, that's Big Blub. Tad had never seen Big Blub. Big Blub, they said, was a great, big, nasty fish. Big Blub swam in the deep, dark, murky part of the pond. He was as old as the mud, they said. He would wait till the sun went behind the clouds, till the whole pond was gray. Then he would glide out from the dark patches and gulp. No, Tad did not want to think about that. She decided not to believe in Big Blub. But just in case, she kept to the shallow, sunny parts of the pond where Big Blub couldn't get her. And when the sun went behind the clouds, she carefully hid behind the rocks and plants, hoping that Big Blub would not find her. So she's a little scared because she's so small. But she's playing it safe. Day by day, the tadpoles grew. They grew back legs, then front legs. They grew webbed toes. Their legs grew longer. Their legs grew stronger. Stretching their four legs as wide as they could, they felt like they wanted to climb out of the pond. They rushed into the shallow water quicker than you or I can blink. Swoosh, wiggle, swish, swish, wiggle, swoosh. Their tails got smaller and smaller until they no longer had tails at all. We've lost our tails, they cheered. All except for Tad, who still had hers. So they are all turning into frogs. But Tad is still the tiny tadpole. She's slow to grow up, but that's okay. We all take our time and grow up in different amounts of time. But we're all good. Every night they would find a big leaf and curl up together. But as the nights passed, Tad noticed fewer and fewer tadpoles to curl up with. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Each night, Tad counted her Tad brothers and Tad sisters. Where had they all gone? She didn't like to think. Where do you think they went? I don't think they were eaten by Big Glove. I think maybe they grew up and left the pond. Tad played in the shallows with her last Tad brother and her last Tad sister. You can't catch us, Big Glove, her last Tad sister called out into the shadows. But soon there were just two. It seems there are fewer of us than before, don't you think? Said Tad to her last Tad brother. And then there was only one. But she was strong, and she was clever, and she knew all the best hiding places. So just because she was small, she still had a good brain, and she was really smart and learned a lot about where to hide and how to stay safe. Big Glub would never catch her. Oh no, Big Blub! Tad swam faster than she had ever swum before. Then she did something she had never done before. She swam up and up and up and up. Big Blob sank down to the deep, dark, murky part of the pond, back to the mud where he belonged. Glub, 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 glub. But look at Tad. What happened? She lost her tail, she got bigger, she's got legs, just like a frog. Tad climbed up onto a rock, her big round eyes blinking at the bright sky. It felt good to be out of the water. I've lost my tail, I've lost my tail, she sang. Tad was a frog. She had a funny feeling, a twist in her belly, spreading out to the ends of her toes. She coiled up tight like a spring and jumped. She has finally grown up, and she's able to join all of her brothers and sisters. See, she'd grow up eventually, even if she took her time doing it. And that is the end. Look at all the beautiful colors. So I hope you learned not only about how frogs grow up in this book from tiny tadpoles to big frogs, but also that sometimes things start out really small, including yourself. But you know what? You're going to grow up one day, and it'll come sooner than you know it. So I am so happy that you joined me for story time today, and we're going to do this every Thursday at 10:30 in the morning. Actually, 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, it's 10 o'clock. So I hope you can join me. And in the meantime, we have a bunch of kids' crafts that we can hand out to you at curbside here at the library. So if you want to pick up a craft kit for yourself or your brothers and sisters, make sure you come by and grab some of them. They're really fun. So, and don't forget to watch Miss Rachel tonight at 7:30 for her jammy story time. So I hope I'll see you next time. Have a good week. Bye.